So it looks like Brooklyn is ready for a sit down with Chris and Debo. Now, this is a moment that a lot of supporters have been waiting for, and it looks like it may be just around the corner. But the question is it really going to happen, though? Now, we'll get into the details of all of that later in the video. So Brooklyn posted a new Q&A on her channel, and when asked if there was any friendship that she could fix, she proudly said that it would be Chris and Debo.
Me and Chris stopped talking just because me and Debo stopped talking. So that's an easy fix. I kind of feel like we could have a conversation and get over that. I feel like me and Debo could have a conversation and get over that too. So yeah, send this to them and tell them when is they trying to link and have a conversation, because I'm ready to have a sit down. Yeah, I'm ready to have a sit down. I said it. What y'all been waiting for me to say?
So now a lot of supporters were shocked that Brooklyn was the one to come out publicly and say that she wanted to have a conversation with Chris and Debo, because for the longest time, a lot of supporters felt like she had moved on from this friendship. So now, of course, a lot of people are very excited about the possibilities of the sit-down, but then you also have people that are very concerned that Manny may try to come in and control this entire situation. So now, because Brooklyn has made it public that she wants to have a conversation with Chris and Debo, supporters are now invested, and they're definitely looking forward to this content, which equals views and then money. So supporters feel like Manny is definitely going to want a piece of this pie. He's definitely going to want to have some involvement somehow, some way. That's even if he allows a sit-down at all, and that's simply because a lot of supporters feel like Chris and Debo don't move as individuals, but instead move as a group that includes Manny. So now a lot of supporters do not want Manny to have any sort of involvement in this conversation. And so now one person that definitely spoke up and gave his opinion on this entire situation was Maj. So last night while on live, a supporter sent him Brooklyn's link to the video that she just posted, asking him to post it on the Messy Maj page so that Chris and Debo can see it and they can actually have this conversation. So now after Maj heard what Brooklyn had to say, he decided to give her some advice, and this is what he said.
No shade to my god sister. No shade to Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn down to earth. I love Brooklyn down to earth. Y'all know I don't play about my god sister. Baby, fuck them. It ain't no need for no sit down. These people that disrespected your mom, they play with your family. Let it go, baby. You doing good without them. You could do better without them. Stop trying to hold on to a friendship that ain't there no more. I understand that you got love from them, but you can have that love from a distance. You do not have to be a part of them no more, baby. You are the youngest in the game and you have millions. You don't need nobody. You have hung out with celebrities. Understand your worth. You do not need to drag them along with you every step of the way. I understand that maybe right now they're popping. Don't get me wrong. Don't. But understand that the reason why they're popping is because they're in a group. You stand out alone. You are Brooklyn Queen alone. You don't need to hang out with nobody. You got to understand your worth, and you have to build up on that, because if you get used to being in a group, you are going to get to the point where as though you cannot do nothing solo because you did everything with a group. Make sense? So, I understand that she wants to have a sit down with them. Cool. But they ain't going to happen because Manny don't let them have a mind of their own. And the way me and Manny was talking, I know he ain't going to let them have no sit down with that girl. I know they ain't. So she might as well go ahead and give it up. Because they ain't going to let them have no sit down. Because I guess they got like a pack. So if Manny feels some type of way that they have a sit down with Brooklyn, it's going to be a problem. That's all I'm going to say. He is for views. That should tell you a lot. All in views but no pay. You'll be a fool. You'll be a fool.
So now I know a lot of supporters may feel like Maj is being very messy and negative towards this entire situation simply because he currently has an issue with Manny, but that may not exactly be the case, and he may actually know a little something. Now let's take it back to when Maj was in Houston and doing Influencer City Next Gen. So now during this time, Brooklyn had a major issue with Manny and just the whole entire crew. So she decided to go live and address a few things. And she also decided to bring Maj up into the conversation, but little did she know Maj was actually at Manny's house during this time. So while they were talking, Manny decided to pop his head in and start asking Brooklyn some questions. Well, that turned into an entire back and forth between Manny and Brooklyn to the point that Manny called her old, classless, and ghetto, which then led to Brooklyn's mom snatching the phone from Brooklyn and then going completely off on Manny. And then she also made a lot of claims. So now this is where the question pops up again. Is this sit down actually going to happen? Because I'm not really sure how you're supposed to get past all of this. But anyway, y'all check out this live.
Let me let you know something.
Don't
talk about no ghetto. When the only reason you got them kids together was so you can manipulate them to make money off of their ghetto. Let's be real. You got the girls in that house looking
I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not gonna disrespect you, ma'am.
And the only reason you got the kids together was so you can make money off. Let's be real.
I have a lot of respect for you.
Then, like I said,
have a lot of respect for you.
You want to sit on the phone and talk to my daughter?
You made her bunny hop, clout
Don't
to
sit on
clout.
You made her bunny hop from niggas clout gets to clout niggas.
Why are you on the phone?
Stop.
No,
You're
your bunny hops from young girls telling them they juicy like a pineapple.
You're responsible for this.
How about that? You a weirdo.
You're lying.
Telling her,
hey,
she's a master.
Inside
like
she's
a
a master of
you
manipulation.
Weird, bro. And you obsessed with my daughter. You want some weird. She didn't add you to lie. You added yourself.
Why are you yelling
so exit
at
yourself
the phone?
with your weird. Keep making money off of what
phone,
you doing.
ma'am.
But y'all into my daughter all the time. But when she doing the problem, Nanny, you can see me and her daddy if you want to. Talk to grown
folks. You're not mentioning me.
Talk to grown folks.
You're not mentioning me.
Talk to grown folks. You direct all them kids over there. Got them
I don't even stay there no more. Don't talk to my. I don't even stay there no more.
Together. You act like you brought them together and y'all doing some positive. You didn't bring them together to do positive. You brought them together to look dumb as for the internet and mess up their whole reputation.
No, you're jealous.
Don't talk to me.
You're jealous.
Don't talk to me about what you're doing so great.
No, you're jealous.
You're
I
jealous.
can't be jealous. I'm making 100,000 a month. I'm making 1,000 a month.
She told you she wouldn't be a part of the show, and you got mad.
100.
And I got the phone call. And I got the phone call where you admitted all the new news was fake as all that they went through. You set up. I got the call, man.
Hey,
I got the phone call,
thank you
man.
for working with
Talk
me.
about that in this month.
Oh, let's talk about how you also said the real problem with Debo is he's really in love with me.
He was, and you played with him. He was, and you played with him. You got boyfriends.
So now keep in mind that Maj is sitting right next to Manny while all this is going down. So many would assume that after they got off live that Maj definitely got an earful of information. So when you go back to what he said last night in regards to him giving advice to Brooklyn, he may actually know a little something. So now as you heard, Brooklyn's mom had a lot to say, and a lot of supporters at the time actually agreed with Brooklyn's mom. To the point that Manny felt the need to post all of this, basically stating that he was going to turn around and sue her because of things that she had said. So now I know a lot of supporters may feel like, well, what does this have to do with Chris and Debo? Well, it does have a lot to do with Chris and Debo because they are a package deal. They work with Manny, and Manny is definitely going to be a part of this somehow, some way. And Brooklyn and her mom are very much aware of this. So now a lot of supporters are questioning why Brooklyn even wants to be back over there in their space, especially after saying all of that. And we also know that Chris and Debo highly respect Manny and they don't play about this brand. So now a lot of supporters are wondering, well, how do you walk back all of this? How do you walk back some of these claims that Brooklyn's mom has said? Because she basically laid out on the table how she feels about Manny and how he's been running Influencer City. So now a lot of supporters are pointing out that if Brooklyn is willing to rekindle her friendship with Debo and Chris, that means she's willing to walk back all these claims, right? So now, of course, there's definitely supporters that are giving Brooklyn a side eye in regards to why she wants to link back up with Chris and Debo. Now, a lot of supporters feel like, well, she's no longer doing any content with Cinco and she needs some views and Influencer City is now popping. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire situation down in the comments below. Because yeah, it's definitely a lot going on. Do y'all feel like they'll actually be able to have the sit down and go back to the old days of them doing content together? Or do y'all think that there may be a sit down, but you know what, they may go their separate ways and just be cool, but no real content between them? Y'all let me know in the comments. Alright guys, well that's all I got for this video, so I will catch you next time with some more scoops. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks!